Hey yo! Hey yo, everybody! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome in. Sorry for the very long ad break. I don't want to get interrupted while playing this game. I have been excited for this for a while. I played a little bit of it just to make sure that I was going to really like it, and um, I do. Rest of it will be sight unseen. I played about 10 minutes. Hi, Captain Derpy. Thank you for wishing me well. I gotta really quick get the game started and set up. This was honestly rather impromptu. I'm gonna turn down the volume on volume mixer instead of in the game itself, because it is very, very loud. Something fascinating is the window is called Silas. So I'm wondering if, that's Five's real name. Or original name, rather. You're playing an FPS you were gifted? Which one? I love these games. They're great. Strife? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I played a lot of Strife. The open world kind of Doom type game, right? In the Doom engine, but it's open world and it's kind of a hold on. I'm gonna wipe the profile here. I only played about 8 minutes of this. I was just trying my best to there. To check and see if I like it, I already knew I was, but like I kind of got overly excited and didn't want to. This is a weird selection of difficulties because this is easy mode and this is hard mode. I'm gonna do martyr. I was gifted the Switch version physically. Ooh. I should play Strife at some point. It is year redacted. The shadows grow long for the human race. Endless wars, natural cataclysms, and rampant diseases have left a fractured world paralyzed by the illusion of order. The last surviving state is governed by men kept alive long past their natural lifespans, consumed by a bottomless paranoia. The world is broken, yet unable to imagine simulation is our reality. Sorry, I couldn't read it all.
You come here speaking of time, despite our best efforts to escape.
I fucking love the lore of Sprawl so fucking much.
Find it amusing. And I find you and your council a waste of time. Something that we have very.
You actually get to like see what's going on with the world. I like it. I didn't know that Strife had a Switch version. I should buy that and try it out. See if maybe the mouse mode works on it. If they ever made a large Doomwad collection for Switch/Switch 2, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Oh, I take it that the Bethesda modding thing hasn't come to the Switch yet, I take it. I think that they're going to. It can't be that hard. I mean, they did that with Fallout, I think.
5.
No, sadly, but there are so many WADs I want. I know what you mean. I love
Your commanding officer for this operation.
most
We're deploying you to a
WADs.
suspected rebel compound. Find
It's
a
gonna
way
be so
inside.
fucking good.
The Imago Dei captured an experimental augment that interfaces with your systems. Locate it.
Interesting.
Their biometric signals faded hours ago. Find out what happened to our recon team.
Penetrate the religious fanatics' stronghold.
Batman wad? I fucking love the Batman wad. You sneezed?
Once primary targets are eliminated, proceed to the designated extraction point for recalibration.
Alright. If I remember correctly, this demo isn't that long, but I am quite excited about it.
Autonomy is the flaw, and act the directive. Truth is the symbol. Hesitation is the death. Execute. All those fancy toys won't save you. Let's hope you don't run into her again.
6. You look very different. Back to Saturn X is one of my favorite. Ooh. I should play that one. I have Ancient Aliens as well.
Several hours ago. I'll display the last known location of their captain.
Hello there. And yes, you do move like very much like a tank. It's actually pretty cool. I actually like how he feels to control. He feels like a fucking behemoth. He feels like a Goliath.
Just stay out of his way.
Hehe. Oh, what's this? Directive from High Command to Commander Station 82F. Error, syserror, corrupt, redirect, graveyard, da-da-da-da-da. When the symptoms presented, the onset was almost universally fatal. Countless citizens died on the spot, leaving an endless array of vehicles to rot exactly where they stopped. To those who remained, these rusted husks became gravestones, the only indication left in this world that their loved ones had ever existed. NCO leadership made no effort to clear the clutter congealed on the roadways. To High Command, any obstruction that limited free transit was viewed as a blessing. Internal risk assessment remains minimal, as citizens have no means of repairing or powering these derelict machines. Petroleum-based fuel sources ran dry long ago, and remaining stockpiles are secured far beyond civilian reach. Nice. Total Chaos. I've been wanting to play like the full release because I heard it's really good. Ooh, what's that? Relic fragments are collectible items scattered throughout the sprawl. Neat. A dog. A robot dog. Hey, man. You're taking way too long. Whoops. My bad. Okay, gotta ask favorite FPS of all time. Oh, that's a tough one. Cause like I have so many depending on era. And I'm getting a call. And welcome in, Yuki. Hello. We're playing Sprawl 0. Also known as Silas.exe. Yeah, that is literally what the executable is called. To answer your question, Derpy, my favorite FPS games of all time, I have a lot of them. For just Universal Classic, I guess Doom. For actual one I will play over and over again, Duke Nukem.
You have been judged and found guilty. Please, just wait. Just wait.
Oh well, unfortunate for that guy. For early 2000s, I'd say maybe Fear, and for just general indie FPS, Sprawl 1. I think that's a good lineup, personally, for favorites. Ugh. Yeah, I'm a tank. Come on! It would help if my spacebar wasn't finicky. I tried to jump and it didn't work. The spacebar finicky. Because there's like a secret up there. Gotta be a secret. Because, like, I can realistically see how I would get up there. Oops. I think I got stuck. Ah, there we go. I kind of like movement shooters. For me, it's a tie between Time Splitters Future Perfect, Turok Evolution, or Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. Those are all very, very solid choices. I like pretty much all of those. Oh. A gavel. It has one bullet. Interesting. I do like how this plays. It's pretty cool.
These rebels are Imago Dei, religious fanatics.
Okay, so this wasn't a secret. I was just gonna end up here no matter what. Interesting.
We're picking up a supply beacon. They looted something of ours. Find it.
This game is super momentum heavy. I like it. By the way, weapons in this game, what the rounds inside the weapon is what you have. You cannot reload the weapon. So you have to throw it when it's done. And pick up another one. It actually encourages a lot of, like, experimentation. Bullet time. Oh, you like Haze. Neat. I've honestly never played Haze before. I've been meaning to play it. I should play it at some point. Does it, I would love a full FPS where you only use a bow and arrow. I actually know a couple like that. I think. Okay, Nope. Where? Where? You can also throw grenades back at people, but I kind of just need to get some help. There we go.
The compound you found interfaces with your limbic reward implant, granting you higher perception. There are others like this elsewhere in the Sprawl. Keep an eye out.
Alright, so augmentations. Important.
Find their compound and wipe them out.
These levels are massive. And I'm not complaining about that at all. I'm actually quite happy about that. You know, one FPS I understand the hate for, but I actually kind of enjoy secretly Daikatana. Daikatana is really good for deathmatching. It still has a deathmatch community to this day for a reason. The movement in the game is one of the things that I cannot at all complain about, because it genuinely is really good player movement. It's just really unfortunate about everything else. It's a game I do kind of enjoy when I patch it and make it actually playable. I just can't leave without my buddy Superfly. We'll play Daikatana at some point. The only issue with that is, if I'm playing it, I'm playing it with the fixed version. Sar. I get it, because it's a scar. But it's also Russian, so it's a Sar. No joke flies over my head. I'm too fast. I catch him. Ow. Oops. Darkest of Days was also underrated. Now that's one I haven't heard of in a while. Isn't that the prequel to Marathon? Oh wait, no, not that one. No, the Civil War one was the Darkest of Days. The one that I'm thinking of is, that's the one that was like Bungie's first game.
I forget it.
I'll have to look into it. Oh, this is low on ammo. Are there any more, like, rifles that I can take? There's an SMG. Like a... Alright. Pretty good. The shotgun does... The shotgun absolutely fucks. It also has some range on it. Ow. Okay, maybe I shouldn't go into a gunfight with one bullet. Titanfall. Titanfall's good. And also, wait, no, Titanfall wasn't the prequel to Marathon. Let me see if I could find it. It was on the Mac. Oh, Pathways into Darkness. Proteus is also one I love. I still need to actually like play through Proteus. I have it. Vinny apparently loved this game and said it fucked really good. And I agree with him. You can actually see his quote exactly on the Steam page for Sprawl Zero. Hold on, let me read it off for you. Apparently, he said this live on stream. Okay, at the checkout, I had to go to the full game page. I enjoyed the fuck out of this. Keep up the good work. This is my kind of game. It's like shoot, conserve your ammo, punch if you have to. Throw some shit if you have to. Pick up a weapon from a distance, and then shoot them with that. Throw the weapon at them. I fucking love this. This is great. I actually agree with everything he says. Yeah, that is like one of the big things I actually really like about this. What's funny is that, from what I understand, this demo doesn't even cover half the things you can do. There we go. It's good. Good game. I have been so excited for this one. Hi. I'm doing great. How are you, Mord? Mordrega? Whichever you prefer. How you doing? I'm looking into how to possibly see about getting you some commissions for website stuff so you can actually, yeah, you know, I'm looking around. I kind of like the sounds for every time a character dies. It kind of reminds me of Half-Life. You know, with the flat line. I really like it. This is so good! It just feels good. This way? Oops, not what I meant to do. Oh. Gotta go for a sec? That's good. Kicking alive, but we exist. That's good at least. The little things, you know. I have an appointment at some point. I have one next week, and then I have one next month. On the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
On the 21st, I am going to a pain management doc, and we're gonna see what we can do. I'm really hoping they can actually help me and make suggestions beyond pills that make me depressed. Have a wonderful night, Derpy. Enjoy Strife, it's really good. I used to shill that game all the time to people. I was always like, everyone should own this game. Everyone should own it. And I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of people bought it, specifically because I kept telling people to buy it. And big friend groups. I'll take it. An energy weapon, and it's legend, and it's T4. I might play Sprawl again and see if I'm... Did I play it on the hardest difficulty last time, or just easy?
Compound is just up ahead. Expect heavy resistance.
There. The punch is so sick. I'm dying.
Good job, 5.
We did it.
Now for exfil.
Exfil. This isn't an extraction shooter, it's just, you know, that's the mission. Exfiltrate. Am I gonna encounter 7? Oh. Big world. By the way, all of that, these are locations that I believe in the final game you can just go to. Like they said, I remember them saying something like a core design tenet for Sprawl 0 is that if you see a place in the distance, you are going to end up going there at some point. You can go anywhere you can see. Is what they said, if I remember correctly. I've been watching this game for a while. It's one of the reasons I finally, like, bought Sprawl. I'd been seeing it around, but I always forgot about its existence. And I'm really glad I bought it. I think 7 would be more suited for doing this wall-runny parkour stuff, TBH. I'm kind of fat and slow. She makes fun of me for it a lot. It makes me sad. The SAR is the primary infantry rifle for the Imago Dei insurgency. These automatic rifles are actively mass-produced in subterranean industrial sectors, demonstrating disturbing logistical coordination and providing unrefined but highly lethal suppressive fire. Constructed from heavy stamped steel and repurposed transit line alloys. Oh my god, it's a fucking looty. The weapon is excessively heavy, but highly resistant to the environmental hazards of the lower wards. Oh my god, it's like a combination of a looty, a Sten gun, and what's the other one made of stainless steel? A firing mechanism, a crude gas-operated automatic system. Gunsmiths bypass standard heat regulators and biometric safety locks to maximize fire rates, causing severe thermal blooming that requires heavy thermal gloves to operate safely. Yeah, it's a Sten. Look, if you've ever, like, rapid-fired a Sten, you know what I mean by that. Like, if you were ever holding the barrel of the Sten, you know, and rapid-firing it, you know exactly what I mean by it gets kind of fucking hot. Fed via extended high-capacity box magazines, it fires stolen or copied medium-caliber ammo. Lacking recoil dampening and operating on a principle of volume rather than precision. The SAR makes the average zealot a legitimate tactical threat. Its high fire rate allows squads to quickly establish fire superiority in claustrophobic corridors. Interesting. I'm holding one. I kind of wish I wasn't holding one now, after reading all that. There's gotta be a way around. Yeah. I mean, you're having a chonky boy do some platforming. That's not a great idea. Oh. Hello there. What the hell are you? Apparently something that, did not like me very much. Apparently there's more.
Find your way out of the underground. We need you back in action. The Imago Dei have covertly seized a critical train yard logistics hub ahead. Take it back. Sever their supply lines by destroying the train tracks. Crippling this network will starve their forces in Sprawl. Rebel air support is
Aren't we
disrupting
like
our
professional
operations.
military? Why are we using
In order
insurgent
to recover
insurgent
or augment
tactics,
to your
basically?
systems. This will allow you to fight back.
Because, like, destroy the train tracks, that's like something an insurgent would do. But I don't mind. I quite like engaging in a little guerrilla warfare occasionally. Pounds on my chest, asks for a banana.
You need to proceed. Rebel air support is disrupting our ability to engage priority targets. There is an
Alright.
experimental upgrade for your systems
Yeah.
at an abandoned corporate facility in this area. You must locate it.
Yeah, I figured that.
Hesitation is to death. Execute.
Okay, can 5 only speak in very mildly helpful military quotation? You know, the kind of
Seems so.
quotes that like someone who just read The Art of War by Sun Tzu constantly quotes at you and thinks they're like super deep. Threat intelligence, district command eyes only. The organization identifying itself as the Imago Dei, image of God is the translation of that. I mean, I figured. Is currently classified as a level Omega theological insurgency. Okay, are we using like the real term for Omega or the weird term for Omega that was made up by Yaoi fans? Originating in the remnants of old Europe, this cult has metastasized into the single greatest internal threat to the junta's stability, unlike standard corporate dissidents or political rebels. The Imago Dei are not motivated by wealth, territory, or neo-feudal influence. They are driven by an aggressive, apocalyptic religious fanaticism. I kind of hate both sides of this conflict, not gonna lie. Psychological profiling indicates the cult operates on a highly bastardized Gnostic belief system. Did I ever actually like post a stream?
Good question.
I didn't. Damn it. Propagated by their leader, known as Silas. Although there are theological ideas borrowed from nearly every popular faith. Yeah, like a cult. The Imago Dei believe that this world is a physical and spiritual cage. Wagey cagey. They view the NCO's union with overwhelmingly popular corporate interests. Hold on, I gotta put myself on busy so I don't get a bunch of notifications. There. Compliant Hilux. Cage. They've used it. And the prosperity preserved by the last state on Earth as deviation from the natural order. Compliant NCO citizens are derogatorily referred to as Hylites, sleepwalkers bound entirely to the material world. The cult views the violent destruction of infrastructure not as what we know it, sheer terrorism, but as a holy intervention required to shatter the illusion and wake the Hylics up. They view the cybernetic augmentations as desecration of the temple that is the human body. Often, their clinics amputate any augments as first-line treatment for a whole myriad of diseases, even if counterproductive. That's like the worst thing you can do to someone, isn't it? If someone has augmentations that they pretty much rely on to stay alive, if you amputate them out, isn't that like cruel and unusual? I feel like that's cruel and unusual. Oh, gravity shield. Q to activate the gravity shield. Neat. Ah, yeah, that looks cool.
The installation is beyond a train yard that we believe has been covertly seized by Imago-Day forces. This is a perfect opportunity to gather intel and disrupt their operation. Make your way there.
The ragdolls are insane. Everything flies off like it just got hit with a grenade. I love it. I have 2 shots left. I should probably remedy that when I can find someone to kill with it. Not... This is a good game. I am very excited for the full release. I am buying it launch day. Or if they have pre-orders anytime soon, I'm buying it then. Because I know it's gonna be good. Like, look at it. If the entire game is like this, I'm buying it like day one, and it's probably going to be a really good one. I don't know if it'll release this year, but I'm excited for if it does. If it doesn't, you know. Ow. I accidentally shoved nauseous gas up my nose.
Mm-hmm. You don't say.
Is that how that terminology goes? Is that the terminology you use for if you inhaled a bunch of gas?
Mm-hmm.
Gas which was inhaled specifically because you, threw it?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's sick. You see what I picked up?
Yeah.
It's incendiary. And a shotgun. Look at that. It's cool, but I only have 3 rounds for it, which probably isn't ideal. This way? Any secrets? A grenade launcher. And it's tier 4. Let's find someone to test it on. Let's find someone to be a test dummy for this thing. I'll get it later. Okay. That's a grenade launcher. Yeah, I like it. But I want the SMG. It's not just a grenade launcher. That's probably that's like one of the best grenade launchers I've ever used. Awesome. I am having a lot of fun.
Good.
The combat, I don't know how they did it. It's both completely different from Sprawl. Actually, no, it is actually completely different from Sprawl. And also really tightly designed and actually better than Sprawl 1's movement and combat. It just feels fucking good. How did they master 2 different styles of movement FPS? Like, yeah, because here's the thing. When you really look into some games, a lot of game developers who make more than one game in their lifetime end up kind of just making the same thing a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that as like a disparaging.
This intel will help us pinpoint it.
You know, I'm not saying it to be disparaging. I'm just saying that a lot of devs, when they master one style of movement, they kind of want to just iterate on that. But here, they not only are iterating on Sprawl as a concept, they're also turning it on its head. It's really good, and like they're doing it in a way that I personally think is significantly more interesting than even Sprawl was. Like, this has a lot of depth to it. Like, yeah, your movement's slower, but there's more, like, it feels more like you're moving with purpose, you know? Every movement you do does something. You know?
Yeah, I got you.
Like, it all assists you in some way. No movement in this really feels all that ancillary or unnecessary. I also just like that they did the whole, you know, you have to switch weapons thing. And now they can have like an entire variety of different guns you can play. Ow, 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 I am on fire. Oh, I am dying. I have died. It's actually, like, much harder than Sprawl as well, but it doesn't feel bullshit, is the best way to put it. All my deaths kind of feel like I just kind of fucked up.
Gotcha.
And keep in mind, I'm not like... Keep in mind, me and the Sprawl devs have never really interacted much. So, when I say all this, it is specifically from the mindset of someone who liked the first game. Not from someone who desperately wants to like something else by them due to incentive. This is a sick game, I love it. It fucks good. It feels good. I didn't know if I was actually gonna like this game. Like I was looking at it and I was like, you know, it looks really cool, but I'm not sure how I feel about the slowness. And that hasn't really been a problem. Okay. I'm gonna use the SAR. Or Caesar. I didn't know that you could spell SAR that way. Caesar. Yes. Hello, I am Kaiser of Kaiser's Legion. I don't think you're pronouncing that right. It's my name. I don't think it is. I think your name is more like Harold. If I had to guess, probably Harold Phillips is what I would say. Ow. I will say, I kind of wish the damage feedback was a little better, but that's it. That's pretty easy to fix. I like a sound effect or something. Just because I'm having trouble noticing when I get heavily damaged. But that might just be kind of a me issue. Who knows? I know that it says vital signs are dropping, by the way. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, I can't really tell when I'm getting, hit. Ow. It's really hard. It's getting harder now, but manageably so. And I'm having fun with it, so I don't really mind. Fine, if you don't want to play along, then I'll just kill you. Ow, ow. Yeah, I need to do that better. So, in terms of feedback, what I'd say is that honestly, what I'm playing so far, I kind of really enjoy. And I know that's not very helpful in terms of feedback, but the thing is, I have a hard time noticing things that could actually be quote-unquote detrimental in anything. And the entire reason why is because I think of things more in terms of how they feel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is that the bullet feedback, the gun feedback feels really good. I do wish there was more damage feedback for when you were when you were getting hit. Like, I wish that 5 would at least make some sounds or something. Also, I kind of wish there was a way for me to pat myself off when I get hit with a flaming shotgun.
Yeah, that would be foul.
I mean, that, you know, like, in theory, Silas could, like, have a role function, but, or, you know, 5. Silas is the villain. But, you know, it's a very minor nitpick that it will probably be fixed in the regular game. It's actually such a minor nitpick, I actually don't feel like, it's gonna come up as much as, you know, anything else in game design that I talk about. Ow, fuck off, you stupid drone! Like, there. The fire thing, yeah, the fire is a little bit overpowered against me, but not really them. Because when I set them on fire, it takes a long time for them to die. Fuck. And that caustic acid's really not helping. Okay. Ah. It just feels like getting set on fire with the shotgun is kind of an instant death. But it's a slow instant death. You have to be very, like, quick to kill the guy and then, like, slow motion. Ow. It's mainly the fucking fire shotgunners that are holding me up so bad. Because apparently I am extremely flammable. But it's really good. This game's on my wish list. It is going to remain on my wish list until it is out, in which case it will be in my library. Just gotta hunker down and get through the hard parts, and then you will just inevitably get through it. It's one of those things where the game relies on you learning it, which is something I have sorely missed in a lot of games, because sometimes it feels like games with the scaling difficulty stuff nowadays are more focused on, you know, I don't want to say accessibility, because that term has been so thoroughly poisoned by absolute fucking losers. But I would say, okay, so as we all know, the GDC, the Game Design Convention, where the, you know, God of War Ragnarok lead dev went on stage and said, okay, so we need to design our games for this man. And he showed an image of DSP. Not realizing that the reason DSP sucks at video games is actually because he's basically trying to get rage interactions so he gets popular. That is the exact reason why he does it. He overreacts like that because it is the only way people watch his ass, because his content is otherwise not very good.
Except fighting games. He legitimately just sucks at those.
Oh, he's always sucked at fighting games, which is weird that he keeps trying to be in the FGC. I feel like people who constantly talk about being in the FGC are more likely to suck ass at fighting games. Because Low Tier God did that shit all the time, too. Like, I was in the FGC. Why does that matter? What rank were you in the FGC? In terms of, like, Evo, what is the highest placing you've ever gotten? Like, is it any wonder that Low Tier God attracts absolute pathetic loser wannabe professional fighting game players? Is it really any shock at this point? That was an excellent save. I love the punch so much. It's so slow, but it's so funny. It just gores them immediately. It's funny in like the sense that the feedback on it makes it feel good. And it just immediately like gores them. Ow. I meant to throw the weapon so then I can punch him, because I thought punching would be a better solution to that situation. I also like how they refer to me as the machine spawn. Because they hate augmented people and cyborgs. So they call me the machine spawn. Probably spat with bile. There. And this is a nail gun, basically. It's an SMG, but it's a nail gun.
But yeah, notice how despite supposedly like being one of the top places in many local and regional tournaments,
Saying I
notice that whenever DSP plays online, he can't even break into like the high middle ranks.
Saying I get first place at regionals is kind of like saying, well, you know, I got a trophy when I was in a kickball tournament, a participation trophy. I got first place at this, and then not being able to prove it. That is basically the same thing.
It depends what regionals you're talking about.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not
some
disparaging
regionals. Some regionals are very well put together. Others are not so much.
Well, I'm more saying I call bullshit on him winning anything, even regionals.
Because he claimed all that back in a time where verifying it would be difficult.
From what I understand, people have verified it. Apparently, he's a fucking liar. He's never even placed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that was satisfying.
But yeah, it really makes you wonder why he ever bothered going to major tournaments. Like, he really thinks he has a chance against people that are actually, like, the best in the nation.
He's like that delusional kid who kept, like, calling out Sonic Fox on Twitter, and then Sonic Fox, you know, like, said, fine, I'll do a 1v1 with you. If you lose, you have to be a furry, though. And I get to make your persona. And you know what's really funny? You know why you chose a duck?
Why?
I forget
because the kid couldn't duck.
Yeah, or I think he chose a duck because they tend to, you know, quack a lot, but they have zero bite. or something. I forget the exact reasoning he gave. The fucking interview, though, and like people were like, "Oh, but you just gave this kid what he wanted," and I'm like, "No, the kid wanted to beat him. Yeah, the kid got attention, but the kid got attention for being a loser."
Yeah.
Like, would you want your reputation to forever be known as, I basically bullied someone online until they finally kicked my ass at a fighting game and lost? Would you really want to get would you really want your reputation directly linked to you being a fucking loser?
Not particularly.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. Most people, when you want, some people thrive off negative attention. This kid wanted to be legendary, just like his hero, Dale, or Phoenix, or whatever his stage name is. I know what his real name is. It's Dale Wilson. And that's public information. Good luck getting mad at me about that.
But yeah, like, no shit you couldn't beat Sonic Fox. It's fucking Sonic Fox.
Sonic Fox is...
Dude,
I don't even...
Dude has won multiple EVO tournaments. He is probably within the top 10 best fighting game players ever. Period.
You know
Full
what?
stop.
You know what's really funny is when people were like, I just hate how he makes his entire personality being a gay furry. Also, I just realized you're not showing up on my Discord. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. You are. There we go. People are like, he makes his entire reputation being a gay furry. And I'm like, yeah, because being a gay furry is probably why he's so good at fighting games. Let's be real here. Me and Yuki here. I don't know if Yuki's on the spectrum, but I am, and I am also gay and trans. When we get hyper fixated on something, we tend to try our best to, like, be the dominant force in whatever we're learning. Either be the dominant force or be really fucking good at it. I don't know if I've ever, like, really craved dominance, but I have craved skill. And the main reason why is because I really just like learning new skills. Which sounds really ironic considering I have gone on rants about tech bros who get really mad at you for not wanting to learn Linux or whatever. But I wanna like, let's unpack why I wouldn't want to be skilled in Linux exactly. And it's not so much being skilled in Linux. I know how to do Linux. There's no such... Here's the thing. A lot of people who brag about being skilled in Linux do not know what the fuck they're talking about. 99% of the time. They recommend you distros that are very, very, very situational. Like...
Just because it's the distro. It's like, oh, you want a good gaming distro? Why not use Kali?
Please ignore the fact that Kali doesn't have NVIDIA drivers, and installing Kali and only Kali as your daily driver is probably the dumbest fucking thing you can possibly do.
But just learn to daily drive it. What's the big deal? It's better than the other distros.
The point of a daily driver is that it's going to be front-facing the internet. Kali, the entire point of Kali is to work as penetration testing. Having things that limit network traffic on it is a little bit counterintuitive to what it's designed for.
But you have all of that just in case you need security. It's a very secure system. So why wouldn't you want to use it as a base?
Do you know the difference between defensive and offensive security?
Security.
Not really. Offense.
But yeah,
Cali,
like, they literally will say shit like this.
Cali's like, you know,
Cali's for hacking shit.
Cali's
basically.
security features are offensive.
It is literally for seeing if your company is hackable.
Yeah, it's for penetration testing.
Yeah,
And-
like, there
and
was no
you're-
reason for a normie to use it.
And since you're not really expected to be using Kali and only Kali, you know, you can boot it from a USB, and it tends not to have a lot of defensive features because it's usually not going to be connecting full face to the internet and allowing income.
Yeah, it's literally meant to connect to another computer to just try and destroy that shit.
Yeah, the issue with things like antivirus, anti-malware, and like just controlling your network or whatever, or metered connections, is that programs aren't super intelligent. They do what they function as. You can't, like, if you are using Kali, you're probably not really gonna install anything that limits incoming connections because you kind of fucking need those.
Yeah, like, otherwise, why the hell are you using Kali if you... Like, Kali has one use.
Yeah, and like what people don't realize is that people go, well, you know, then you might get hacked. And I'm like, here's the thing though, the point of Kali isn't to avoid getting hacked. The point
It's to hack.
Here's the thing, I want someone who has compromised my internet to connect to Kali. And the reason why I want that is actually pretty fucking obvious when you think about it. Packet sniffing. I have a packet sniffer.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a packet sniffer, you want people to connect to your computer that aren't supposed to be there, so you can sniff out where they are.
Yeah.
Kali is basically for the type of person who, if you send them the "You Are an Idiot" website, will immediately, like, go full, you know, MAD and immediately hack into your system and delete every single system file you have. They'll run sudo rm asterisk root.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, sudo
But yeah.
rmrf.
Yeah, that's more. But yeah, regardless, point being that I know people that unironically have ran Kali as a daily driver, and it's just like, why did you build your computer on top of Kali?
Look, even when I was like a turbo nerd, doing a lot of, you know, cybersecurity stuff, I didn't even do that. Primarily because it's a really stupid fucking idea. You will not have features that most operating systems need to function as daily drivers. You can't get NVIDIA drivers, you can't really get much. So playing something on Kali or using something that isn't a security feature is not exactly ideal.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing, I like learning new things. I should specify that for all the turbo nerds who have gotten mad at me before for saying I don't really want to learn how to use really aggressive terminal soft without a UI. Which, by the way, I'm not telling you to make your game with a UI or whatever. Like, I'm not telling you to make your program or application with a UI. I'm just saying I prefer not using that if it's not really anything important. Look, if it's just something like a YouTube downloader, I'm just gonna build a wrapper for it anyways. Because it takes less than a minute. But if it's something like, I don't know, Photoshop clone or any of that kind of thing, I'm not gonna really want to do the effort to fix your program for you. And I know it's to keep the normies out, but, like, do you realize if you make a program that could possibly be useful in enterprising, you want it to be accessible because you can get grants. The person who made Inochi 2D, for example, I don't really talk about her much. Her and my friend kind of had a little bit of beef. But, she got a government grant because her program was deemed useful to the government of Sweden. Well, not really that, but like it was part of the open source foundation thing, laying the framework for open source alternatives to closed source programs. And she got a grant because she's actively working on making Inochi accessible. And actually working to make it, you know, function like a normal program that is, you know, function like a normal rigging program. So, like, now Inochi 2D has become an actual contender for an alternative to Live 2D. It's actually pretty easy to learn now, from what I remember seeing when I tried it out with open source. I just don't rig my own models anymore. I burned myself on rigging forever that when I rigged my model in literally like a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of permanently, I permanently burned myself on rigging. I think I have done enough rigging to last a lifetime in that 1 week than necessary. So yeah, like, that's the thing. Inochi 2D is actually becoming a contender for VTubersoft, and it's specifically because she was able to get a government grant. I know you guys, a lot of you are crypto anarchists, which, by the way, I would really look into. I would really look into what that exactly, like, entails, because it's kind of very weird, if you know what I mean. But, like, if you want to keep going, basically, let me put it this way. I'm making it for free, so, you know, I shouldn't have to cater to people who aren't buying it. Yeah, but if you start actually working to make it an accessible open source software, the government's going to step in, give you money, and say, do it however you want. They'll give you a grant, which means you don't even have to pay it back. But if you act petulant and constantly spit in the face of people who could possibly give you money, yeah, like, needless to say, you're probably not going to get money for the thing. And don't make up that bullshit about how you definitely don't want money. I see so many people immediately start posting about how they don't want money, and then immediately after, it's like, mutual aid fund. I build a free program. So, give to my Patreon because I am running out of money and I'm going to go broke. And I'm like, this is probably someone who turned down a government grant. But I do care about programmers, and I do learn to use the software within those confines. But on the other hand, I should be allowed to bitch about it. Anyways, this game is really good. God, this is just a giant Ghost in the Shell reference, this rifle. Although the F-2000 does not have this sight. Neither does the Sprawl. But I don't care, I love it. I've had a lot of people say they really like the shrouded optic, and I kind of agree that the shrouded optic is kind of cool, and it does help with having it so only things you're looking at through the optic are visible. But on the other hand, most people are going to recommend you not close one eye when you're aiming. They want you to aim with both.
With an optic, especially, yes.
They want you to keep your eyes open. In fact, they try to break that habit out of me really quickly. And the reason why they want you to keep both eyes open is so you can, make sure there's nothing behind the target. And you can also...
Also actually helps properly line an optic up.
Yeah, if you're not sniping, closing one eye also just greatly it greatly reduces your visibility. And people can just come from your side. Which, not exactly good in a gunfight. I mean, I've never been in one. But I imagine that you would want to be able to see if someone's coming up your fucking side.
Probably.
I haven't really... It's kind of why I was, in JROTC, they basically told me you do not want to keep an eye closed when you're in a firefight. For many reasons. One of which being you will not have... Spam detected. Huh. Oh, good job, Siribot, if that guy was an actual spammer. Ow. I didn't notice. Let me put a neck pouch in my gums. There we go. I like this game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Give me that SAR. I like how it has a I like the lettering on the side of it. Kind of looks like Zaibatsu lettering, you know what I mean? Like corporate lettering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
I was just saying that because a lot of people don't know what I mean when I say like Zaibatsu, because I have referenced them a couple of times.
Mm.
Wait, did I accidentally title the stream or put in the description Zaibatsu stream? Or is it Zatsudan? It's Zatsudan. Okay, good.
I wasn't sure myself.
If it said Zaibatsu, that would have been really fucking funny. I didn't know you were corporate. The grenade throwback is really neat. Ow. I'm just not noticing when my health drops down to 0. Which is probably not a good thing. But like, you know, this is not an early build, but it's a demo. The gameplay represented in this demo is probably not final, but in terms of like assets, but honestly, I'm excited for this game. I'm very happy about it. It's exactly what I wanted when I saw this style of game. I honestly didn't even know if I was gonna like this style of game. Oh god. I honestly just didn't really know if I was gonna like it because it is a bit slower, but on the other hand, you have so many powers that it actually, like, despite being much, much slower than original Sprawl, it feels really good.
Yeah.
I need a weapon. Give me that. Give me the Machina. Ow. That wasn't the greatest move I've ever made, but whatever. to reposition.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Ah, that's really hard. That's good. Blessed Deimos. T4. Good stuff. Okay, where to next? Oh. Derail the trade. Where am I going? A Megatech A8. I have a good feeling about this one. Checkpoint. Oh well. I'm enjoying this a lot. I suck at it right now, but I'm getting better. A Shogo. I'm gonna take that, just because headshots seem to be my bread and butter. That was fun.
Twist of fate. It was the end result of generations who believed in the lie of human supremacy.
Proceed onto the tracks now, 5. Make it to the facility.
Got it. Making my way.
Enact the directive. Execute.
Making my way over there. I swear one of these trains had like a med kit in it. Although it doesn't really matter. There's a checkpoint. And those heal you up to full. Because this game is is pretty forgiving, just also will punish you in a good way. Ow. Okay, let's try that again. So, how was your day today?
Completely fine.
do anything, do anything. I've just kind of been uh doing
For the
nothing.
most part, just playing through FF7.
Ah, I'm having a lot of fun. I hope that the wait for this game isn't too long.
Hostile air support imminent. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. That rebel chopper has put the facility in lockdown. There's an alternate access point in the back. Get there, now.
I am, okay. What was that about not engaging the air support? Sounds like a little bitch talking. Not gonna lie. Like, you're telling me you can't handle one chopper? It's a chopper. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, who can't take down a chopper? I do that in the afternoon. I do that every afternoon. Like, it's kind of routine. Oh, that's not good. And that's the demo, I believe.
Get up now!
Pretty good demo, honestly. Very fun. Overall, my thoughts on Sprawl Zero are it's a really fun game. I can't wait for the full thing to be released. We're going to take a tiny little break, and then I will be back with something else. I'm just going to look through my library and see what I can find. Be right back. We've got a few demos. We're gonna try we could either do Valor Mortis or Brazilian Drug Dealer before 4. I have both those demos. I'm gonna do Valor Mortis and then maybe Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. It's the demo for Valor Mortis, keep that in mind. There. Oh, oops. I launched the wrong one. Valor Mortis. This is apparently a first-person Souls-like thing in Napoleonic times. I saw this a while back. I thought it was not gonna come out anytime close to this year, but apparently I was completely wrong about that. Thanks, Iron Pineapple. He made a really good video on it. I would recommend that. Well, it wasn't specifically about it. He looked at a bunch of demos for upcoming Souls-likes, and Valor Mortis was one of them. Before we had a demo to play. It's a alpha build, and the encoding is going nuts from the shader compilation, so hold on. I'll let it compile, and then I will put it on screen. I keep forgetting how finicky these modern games can be. I really wish my shader compilation actually worked faster. Keep in mind, you have to do this every time you launch one of these stupid fucking modern games now. Before, it used to just compile the shaders, and then it just kept them there. Now you have to recompile every time you launch it, which is very inconvenient. Oh, but it saves disk space. No, it doesn't really. Just kind of makes playing these games kind of miserable sometimes. I have a feeling Stalker's gonna run like shit if I ever play Stalker 2 on here. I fucking hate the Unreal Engine, and I hate how the Unreal Engine and its consequences are so absolutely far fucking reaching that even games that should in theory work fine don't work at all. Just sworn I had full like pouches, but whatever. Okay. Game capture on. There. Okay, I don't think there's any seizure-inducing flashing lights, but just for my Might as well keep that in mind. Okay, sorry for it blaring your ears out. Chat. There. Hopefully this doesn't destroy everything. Oh, yay! I fucking love DLSS. I love my game looking like shit. I have had people actually try to cope to me and say, it looks fine, you wouldn't notice. No, you definitely notice with things like text and hair and clothing and hands and fabrics. You can tell because they produce little ghost effects. Why is it compiling shaders again? Oh my fucking god, bro. How many times? Stop compiling goddamn shaders.
Get up, soldier. Scrub the bloody muck from your eyes.
I feel like Napoleon wouldn't sound like that. I feel like he'd have a very, very French accent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the game is not running well.
For the love of the Empire, get up.
It is running at 45 FPS. God, I fucking hate DLSS. We should have never made it a thing. And don't fucking say some shit about how, well, you know, it's the game developer's fault. Yeah, I know it's the game developer's fault. I don't fucking care, quite frankly. The fucking, like... These tools enable them to do this stupid shit. Where they don't optimize their video game. And now it crashed. And I know it's an alpha build, but whatever. Okay, that's better. I fucking hate games built around using DLSS because, God, this looks like shit. It's at 67% resolution. I don't care how much fucking anti-aliasing you put on it. It's gonna look blurry. Like, you can actually kind of see it, the ghosting on his cutlass a little bit. Or saber. That's not great. I'm trying to be nice, but I really hate modern times a lot. I really hate this opinion that people have that I don't have to optimize my game. Because you can just, you know, set the resolution to 35% and put on DLSS. Because that is definitely what that's made for. It's definitely not made for older hardware to be able to run newer games. No. It's just made so I can be lazy. And I know this is alpha. I hope they optimize it, but I fucking hate the over-reliance on DLSS. I hate it in Stalker. I hate that Stalker 2 looks like fucking garbage. Because you have to use DLSS, otherwise the game is gonna have this terrible fucking frame rate every time you go into town.
The hell's wrong with you?
Can I block?
We wear the same colors, for fuck's sake.
But yeah, like, sorry for the long fuck-ass rant about DLSS. It's really not this game dev's fault. It's just I've been noticing this shit, like, in every fucking Unreal 5 game, and it's actually driving me fucking nuts.
Laugh.
It is driving me absolutely batshit because I feel like I'm being gaslit by a bunch of people who are coping with the fact that they have to use DLSS with 25% resolution to say, no, it looks great. Motherfucker, I have a 5070. I should be getting like killer frames in everything. I have a decent GPU for the time period. And I have to turn my resolution scale down? Get the fuck out of here. That's why I play indie games. I'm not gonna read any of this.
God. Name to last makes one wonder what cargo is worth more than a man's life.
You know, it's just...
You're not alone. Your efforts do not go unnoticed.
Napoleon, are you in my head? Anyways, I'm gonna stop bitching about DLSS now, but I am going to make a very humble request if the devs of Valor more to see this. Please, for the love of God, don't use DLSS as a fucking crutch. I want to enjoy your game, but quite frankly, I don't want to enjoy it with ghosting.
I was entirely lost to this madness.
The parry timing is good.
I've never seen such a structure. The trail's not yet cold. The Eternal Guard's cargo must be behind this blockade.
I probably can't do that yet. Probably need an ability for that. But yeah, I just don't like DLSS as a thing because it doesn't even provide adequate, like, frame improvement anymore. You have to put DLSS on to make the game playable at all. Like, before, DLSS was like, wow, this is a game changer. Now I can play video games, you know, that, and I don't have to redo my fucking GPU or whatever. I have to buy a new one. You know, GPUs are gonna last longer now. Ow. And then you okay, so he's like Sekiro. I have to wear down his posture. Dropped all my catalysts. Thankfully, I'm probably not really in a lot of danger of dying to these minor enemies. I mean, the game is, like, good, and the parry timing feels really good. You know, I just kind of ranted about DLSS because it's been a recurring problem on this stream for, like, a while. I really fucking hate playing Gray Zone Warfare, for example, because Gray Zone Warfare, if I don't put DLSS on and put the resolution at the lowest possible resolution, the game will just have a memory leak and then crash my entire computer. Like, every time without fail. So yeah, I'm a bit tired of the trend of use DLSS instead of making your game run better on modern hardware. Fucking, did any of you learn anything from fucking Crisis? Future-proofing is a dumb idea. Just in general. Because you are not going to be able to predict where hardware is going. And it probably won't go where you think it is.
But what if we have one single CPU core, but one's really, really, really fast?
Really unrealistic to think that that's where that was heading. Thinking that quad core or core 2 duo was going to be the absolute maximum for, you know, CPUs.
Oh, they didn't even think quad core would be, because the game only uses 2 cores, I believe, doesn't it?
Yeah, they were like, we'll just make them have faster clock speed on 2 cores, and I go, okay, here's the primary issue with that.
Heat.
Yeah, exactly. How the fuck am I gonna run a 7 gigahertz fucking CPU with 1 core in it? Especially when that 1 core is honestly probably better suited to be spread out among like 7 or 8.
Like, I remember, like, I forget who it was, but one of the, like, back in the late 2000s tech bros was just like, oh yeah, this whole quad core thing just is not gonna pan out. Like, realistically, we're gonna go back to 1 core and have the core 1 at around 50 gigahertz
Because
by the end of 2020.
they're probably thinking, well, it would be cheaper that way. And I'm like, actually, no. It would be far more expensive to run 1 core at like 7 gigahertz than split it between cores, because then you'd have to make a CPU core that doesn't immediately die when hit with a ton of voltage.
I repeat, they were expecting it to be 50 gigahertz by the end of 2020.
Yeah, no, we can't even really like manage 7 gigahertz. It's better to just split the load between cores.
But yeah, no, like, can you imagine not only the amount of power draw, but the heat that 50 gigahertz would
Oh god,
cause?
the heat would be ungodly.
Like, you would probably need a freaking 5,000 watt power supply just for the core.
And they only make them up to about 1,000. Unless you're going into the server industry, which, by the way, if you start needing a server power supply, it's time for you to stop.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, and how would you cool something of that beastly nature? Like, I think even, like, liquid cooling would be ineffective.
Yeah, the main reason I'm bitching about DLSS is because, like, it feels like people just don't really understand how it works. They just think it's a cheat code to get immediate frame results.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is it? Not really.
I mean, it helps, but it shouldn't be literally you have to rely on it. It's best when it supplements, not when it's mandatory.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of cool when I can play a game that wouldn't be able to run on my computer otherwise because of DLSS. But you know what's fucking insane is that Silent Hill 2 advertises itself as thus, and I'm not even fucking kidding. If you look in the recommended specs, it says these are the perfect specs to run this game with DLSS at half resolution, 30 frames a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why can't you just make a video game that, like, runs well without me having to use this shit that, like... Oh, that's a dodge attack. Oh, it's alt. Okay. The game's actually honestly pretty, you know, easy for Souls-like. I honestly wasn't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. Like, it feels good. I'm enjoying it. Besides the DLSS thing, because every time I see DLSS and then the game runs at like 30 FPS without it, it immediately puts me in a bad fucking mood. You know, I was gonna take it anyways. You didn't have to be so violent about it. Oh. I have fire now.
Who was that man and what has he done to me?
I need more souls. There was a little side quest back here, I believe, that I needed this for. Catalyst clot. Well, that'll help with leveling. So far, it's rock solid. I like the aesthetic. I mean, I kind of like Napoleonic stuff a lot. It's kind of why I like Turnip 28 so much.
Sims.
See if one gesture is all it takes to burn it down.
That was a little jank, but it is an alpha.
It happens.
You shot me.
You got shot in the bit. We're both the Emperor soldiers. Shot.
Owie, that'll hurt. How dare you? Bucket, and he got a headshot too. Might as well. He was dumb as rocks. Should have been looking behind him. Yeah, just blame the victim of your violent murder. Definitely good to do, Joker. Can I kill this guy quick? Come on. I blew his brains out. God, I'm bad at coming up with one-liners, because I just realized I could have said, "Pop goes the weasel." Oh, man. Give me my catalyst. And also, I need to not immediately get accosted by bandits. Or zombies, or whatever you are. Undead. Bearers of the curse.
This is a nightmare. We are both Emperor soldiers.
Oh, I get blood bullets. Oh well. Ah, fuck. At least I got my catalyst, I think. So I can go back and get him. I am gonna beat this guy, though. I want to beat him. He's there, I want to kill him. It's the Cthulhu problem when you're playing Call of Cthulhu. He's statted, so I want to kill him. I want to kill him because he's there. Life diverted. Ferrofluid flasks now restore nephtoglobin instead of health. Ew. I don't want that. It's a revolver, and it can only hold 5 shots. Ah, fuck. Lost everything. Ah, well. It's fine. You'll lose all your souls occasionally. That's just the nature of these games.
Yeah.
And also, it's a demo. And I can't imagine the demo is all that long.
Probably not.
Before anyone asks, no, I'm not playing Mortal Shell 2. I actually didn't like the first one. Why would I like the sequel? Got him. I just really fucking hate. I'm not gonna be able to get over the DLSS thing. Sorry. It affects almost every game I've ever played that was from the modern times. The wrong way. This way. Oh. But... Oh, fuck. The flask is a little difficult to use sometimes. But it's just because it's slow. But all Souls flasks are pretty slow, I guess. Pop goes the weasel. There. Ah. It's the pistol killing me now.
I'm gonna make it a guess that this boss is probably gonna be the last part of the demo.
Yeah, possibly. It's a side boss. I'm you know, like, I don't have to fight it, but why not?
Well, probably the actual boss will be the end of the demo.
Yeah. And then I guess that's the one we'll end it on for now, because I mean, I didn't expect to really be playing these for about 3 hours. I thought Sprawl was gonna have significantly less content. The finishing animations are pretty cool. Nope. Ah, fuck. I need to get used to the timing. Otherwise the final boss will probably fucking murder me immediately. I'm not really used to playing these types of games. I usually play shooters. Except not I wouldn't consider myself a gun and ball type of person. Like, I don't like the shooters I play, I feel like are a lot different than the shooters people who only play things like Call of Duty, like, you know. I was trying to think of the best word to describe, like, the Call of Duty style, but now that I think about it, yeah, like, Call of Duty style. There's not really anything else I could say. Call of Duty made that style of thing. I dare someone to refute that. Oh, but Halo was not as slow as Call of Duty. Ow. Okay, I'll try again a couple more times. I'm getting better at it, and I'm starting to realize this isn't like Sekiro, and you do kind of want to hit in between blocks. Because usually in Sekiro, I just sort of parry. I parry things until they die. I'm not going to be able to heal in the boss fight, so I might as well just heal up to full.
I'll be right back.
Ah. One more try, and then that will be it on this boss. I just want to beat it. And I can. You know, if I can just get enough parries on him, I can probably beat it. Hmm. Ah, fuck off. Okay. Okay. I'm going to call it here, I think. Sorry about that. I didn't really beat it, but I mean, I kind of want to go. I have been going for about 2.5 hours, and I'm kind of, you know, getting EP. So, yeah. I will see y'all later. I'm going to raid out to someone. I'm going to raid out to Cyanosis. Tell them I said hi. I will see you all next time. Peace out. Have a good day.